Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is January 29th, and right now we're looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. Take a look at our close low here, kind of ominous looking. Moving across Arizona right now. Could kick off a few more thunderstorms today as it continues to push east. But what we want to know is what is next in store for California, because we got some active weather incoming here that could include much of the state. So we'll dive into the latest on that as we go through the video here this morning. I'm playing through the last few days of that upper level low. You can see it spinning. It looks like it did not produce a lightning strike there yesterday. Kind of interesting seeing that. But again, there is that thunderstorm potential today with some of that moisture still out across portions of Arizona. But take a look at the North American model, high resolution composite reflectivity. So there's that closed low continuing to push up. You actually could still even see a couple showers there going on in through the late morning hours. But as we go through the day today, that should be pulling away, pushing off to the east. And then we start to watch off towards the west again. We got a frontal system coming in here as we go through Thursday evening. And initially, of course, Northwest California pushing that across the Bay Area. By the time we get towards Friday morning, some mountain snows possible at this. This one wants to kick some precipitation down towards the central coast, and we'll take a look at the global models here in a moment to see how far this frontal system is going to get south. But right now, the timing for the return of this precipitation, Thursday evening and then Friday morning for the Bay Area. Now, this is not updated yet again here today, but you can still see Southern California still going through some severe and extreme drought across much of Southern California. So abnormally dry up towards some of Central California as well. And this is today's thunderstorm outlook. Does include Phoenix and Tucson. This is a San Francisco Bay Area. Some chilly air behind that system. And you can see freeze watches are in effect. There's some freeze warnings for some of the San Joaquin Valley. It does include Merced also. So you can click on some of this if you need to know more information. This goes all the way through 9 a.m. on Thursday morning, mainly for, of course, the morning hours. Now looking at snowfall forecast, storm number 1, Friday through Sunday. You can see a few inches of snowfall here, and you can see Donner Pass 2 to 3. That's enough to make things slick. They don't necessarily talk about chain controls. The plow should be able to keep that clear, but there are some minor impacts. But there's more on the way here, and you can see 5,000 feet Friday, rising to 6 to 7,500 feet on Friday night. Now, storm number 1, rainfall forecast. And I got to tell you, there's some higher amounts showing up in some of the model runs. But you see, again, the cutoff right near the Bay Area. But still, decent amounts the further you go south. And there's chance for Southern California rain. So stick with me here through the video, and I'll show you that. But yeah, we could be looking at some flooding potential over the next few days. I'll show you more on that here in a moment. Rainfall forecast, Northwest California as well, 4 p.m. Thursday through 4 p.m. Sunday. You see some of that heavier rainfall starting to return. Multiple systems rolling in here. Atmospheric river potential, no doubt. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station to record all this crazy weather we get here across much of the West Coast, click on that link down below. It helps support the channel as well, and you get 10% off on one of these stations. Stores all the data for you in the cloud. It'll show you any advisories or warnings for your area, and it even builds a forecast for you. It's got a lightning detection system with it, and again, a great smartphone app. Now, taking a look at the European hot off the presses, 12Z versus the GFS, the global forecast system, the American model on the right, European on the left. So if we put this into motion, there goes our closed low. Then we bring our next system in here again Thursday night on in through Friday. Polar lobe trying to visit the Pacific Northwest. And then we start to get some of this interesting moisture pushing back into California in the form of atmospheric rivers and frontal systems as we go on in through the upcoming week there. You can see this lobe and this low pressure just kind of hanging off the coastline here. That's got some sinister look to it here for some portions of California on both the GFS and the European model. Then you go out through the extended forecast and you can kind of see some interesting stuff out there as well, with some troughing remaining along the west coast of North America. But let's take a look specifically what the European is calling for. We're going to put this into motion, and again, this precipitation does arrive as we go through. It looks like late Thursday night, again on into Friday morning, pushing down towards the Bay Area. And that initial system kind of stops there right near the central coast. But again, look at this atmospheric river. Look to this next system as well. We continue to stream some of these moisture values, higher moisture values, integrated vapor transport back into the state. That's how we measure atmospheric rivers. It's based on integrated vapor transport and duration. But you can see the heavy rain continue all the way on into early next week. And then this system wants to bring some precipitation, perhaps very meaningful, down into Southern California as well as we go through next week. This would be Wednesday afternoon where I have stopped here. Upper level low continuing continuing to spin over the Pacific Northwest, maybe bringing another round of precipitation after that. And then we have potential additional systems after that as well. So lots to watch here over the next few days. Total precipitation in inches, European on the left, GFS on the right. You can see these systems throwing their moisture back across the state. That would be beneficial again for Southern California, but look at the huge amount showing up on both some of the GFS and the European model runs here for some very excessive heavy precipitation amounts as we go on in through the next week or so. So again, we'll be watching these individual systems as we get closer. Again, the initial rainfall not really happening until Friday morning for much of Northern California. So check back tomorrow. We'll continue to watch to see how much of this is going to move down across Southern California. 6 to 10 day. You can see they put this out here yesterday. Kind of cuts off right there across Southern California. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Mixed bag for the state of California. 8 to 14 day there as well. Much of the West Coast and Pacific Northwest should be below normal during this time frame. And then you can see again the mixed bag for Southern California above normal here for a lot of the West Coast. So anyway, hope you guys are looking forward to the return of some more normal winter precipitation here, and hopefully we can continue to include Southern California and help to really put out those fires and moisten things up over the next few weeks. So thumbs up for that. Hopefully this pattern change does take place, but it's looking pretty good right now. You saw the good model agreement between the European and the GFS. So we're going to go ahead and try to pinpoint some of those details as we go to tomorrow's forecast. So hope to see you guys then. Hope you guys are having a good day otherwise, and I will talk to you guys later.